All right, guys, we're back for another one. Dokkan Battle Hot Takes video. Now, listen, I'm a simple guy, okay? New content comes out. Oh my god, dude, we gotta cover it. We gotta hop to it. No time for rest. It's time to get the showcases out. Time to take characters into festival. Time to do a lot of stuff. And I did a lot of this. We were streaming, right? A lot of this. We were doing some streaming. We were playing. And, I mean, there was quite a few comments of people going, whoa, 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 whoa. This doesn't look like a hot takes video, Unk. Get to it. Let's go. Let's go. So, I'll stop doing hot takes. When people stop asking for them, stop watching them, stop loving them, that's when we'll stop doing it. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, we did this. This is the best example of a hot take thread. Just wish it wasn't so long and had images to know where you are. Uh-oh, okay. Long. All right, well, let's dive in. From Nezha right here. I would consider myself a fairly experienced player, as would I. Oh wow, yeah, okay. This is a player for sure. 5 million power level. Oh yeah, okay. Let's lock in. Now begun to be regarded as a game of statistics more than an actual game. Basing on numbers and set. Oh no, this has always been a thing. There's nothing new. If anything, I feel like the game is less dominated. Like the community is less like calc driven. I feel like more than ever. Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, I have noticed a lot of the I don't know what to call them, like the newer generation of players, who are always like kind of like doing calc, like I kind of like see them doing calc stuff like that. But if anything, I would say it's in reverse. It used to be much more like driven just by pure numbers and stats. I feel like it's me who push the like let's just chillax, get a feel for the character in game beforehand, see how they function with teams and stuff like that. But like this, it used to be way more prevalent, I think. Back when Kodo and Amatsu released the most used units of the year. Back when they released the most used units of the year. TUR AGL Blue Vegeta. We're talking, Doug, we're talking about, this is definitely an experience play. We're talking about 2018? Community's ego and self-centeredness was shattered right there and then. Wait, am I stupid? Wait. Released the most used units of the year. And TUR AGL Blue Vegeta was at the top. I am lost, actually, about this point. I'm wondering, like, how big of an idiot am I right now? Vegeta. He's talking about AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? Why do I mess this up? What is it again? It's right, because they type in Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, bro, why is it? Okay. And let's go Vegeta. He's definitely. Yeah, he has to be talking about this guy. Like he's got to be. But bro, he's talking about players' egos being shattered back then. I'm like lost, dude. Oh my god. Wait, brother, are you? No, I think this guy is okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. What he's referring to is the page. I don't know how I could quickly pull it up. It's the page here. I did a video on everyone's just like most used units. That's what he's talking about. But I think he doesn't understand how it works. Yeah, here we go. I think he's referring to this right here. This screen right here where it shows everyone's most used character, and so many people would have like Blue Vegeta at the top. But brother, it's not that they use that Vegeta the most. It's that whichever. Okay, so let's go back to it again. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. So this guy, 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 this guy. They all are the same name. So when you use any of them, it's adding to the same number. And the picture is just whichever one you've used most often. That's what this guy's talking about, right? Because like blue Vegeta was at the top of a lot of people's because there's so many blue Vegetas. I think that's what he's talking about, but I think he's confused. Like, it counts for all of these. Unless I am stupid, but like, this is just a very strange wording there. Super Easy 8 Gogeta's by far the most underrated units to you. Oh, man. I don't really find very much use out of STR Gogeta. Where do I use him? His worth in stages, I could be attack debuffed. I don't know. I found STR Gogeta to not be too impactful for the most part. Many of the 10th anniversary Red Zone fights were against super class enemies, which was a problem for this guy. Do you want the 70% chance to guard or the guaranteed guard? That's a real thing. And the guaranteed crit right there. You know, blue Vegeta, blue Goku, the Jiren Red Zone fights. A lot of them were super class, right? And then, I mean, now we go into the GDC meta, and he's just flat out not good enough for the GDC meta, right? Like this Gogeta, like, he's not going to be dominating in there. No, definitely not. So, yeah, I don't agree. And I found another huge problem with this guy is he wants so many rainbow orbs, but, I mean, he doesn't create them. No, I would actually argue this guy is very underwhelming, this Gogeta. It's so easy throughout, like, if we count the whole year, it's so easy for me to just forget about him and not even use him. Units that could go slot 2, support, and debuff the boss will always be useful. That part is true. That part is true. But I don't really, STR Gogeta hasn't been a character I've been dying to use. No way. No way. Dokkan should stop category-based units and go back to Saga-themed celebration. Wait, category-based units and go back to Saga-themed celebrations. Doesn't he mean, like, category-based celebrations? Because, like, category-based units, I mean, that's, like, every unit ever, like, since Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega came out. Releasing a full celebration center on one theme is much more fun than spreading things out by merging one category team. I don't know. I don't know if I agree. I do think, like one reason I still will push, I hope the 11th anniversary as a 6LR celebration, is because it allows them to kind of, like, increase the scope of the celebration, increase the scope of the types of characters they're going to put in. I don't know. I feel like maybe the truest answer would be sometimes it's good to have it one way, the other time it's good to have it the other way, right? Like, sometimes let's just do full Saga stuff. Other times let's go a bit random to keep things kind of, like, fresh. I think that could be good. I would say, like, some of my favorite categories personally are, like, the Saga teams. I like to see those, you know, all the characters from the one Saga for sure. Not everything in the game needs to provide a statistical value to want to do it. Titles exist in the game for a collection purpose. That should be their only purpose. I mean, well, no, I disagree. I think them creating the power level system is just a very easy way for them to actually be able to, like, you know, tie a value to, like, all that type of stuff. Right? Easy A stages, any stages you complete, titles, so many of these things I think could easily just have, like, a power level bonus attached to it. Dokkan's a game made for a casual audience. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it's very easy to just, like, kind of, like, grind away. I mean, auto and stuff, right? Like, that's why, like, me and Iron Cane will literally always butt heads. Because no matter what he says, it's very easy to just click a stage into auto while you're doing literally anything. It's like, if Iron Cane is like, yeah, I'm doing surgery. I'm performing surgery on a patient. I go, oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe just, you know, leave Dokkan, like, you know, closed. But, I mean, you know, if you're, you know, oh, my very super serious work is I'm just at my PC anyway. Like, I don't, maybe you could click a button and, you know, do an auto. Like, it's pretty easy to just do, right? Like, you know, just say it, just say it. Not meant to be a game that's obsessed over for a long period of hours. I mean, I don't know if I would go all the way there, but I get what he's getting at. It's the, you know, like, 'cause it's drop content, and then people actually just, like, tunnel vision, like, nonstop play for, like, you know, hours straight, and then afterwards they go, the game is dead, there's nothing to do, after just, like, tunnel visioning it super hard. Like, I get what he's getting at. Focus the content around average players played on their way home or while doing something else. One person may say there's not enough, but for every person saying there's nothing, at least 20 others saying there's too much to do in this game. Yeah, I mean, definitely think about, like, kind of like some newer types of players, right? Who, you know, would come into the game and there's 10 years of content, right? Like, I feel like there's so many missions, just to use Iron Cane again as an example. There's so many missions and stages and everything that Iron Cane, I feel like he just looks at it, his eyes glaze over, and he's like, well, I'm not touching none of this because there's just too much. Just feels like he could never even make a dent in it, right? Like, weekly data downloads for 10 years. There is so much in the game, right? Tier lists are the most meaningless thing that this community chooses to obsess over. Okay, dude, this kid Neza, you gotta understand. Yeah, no, you're totally right. But I do, like, my twitches always when people go, this community. Brother, it's every community. Dokkan is not the only community to ever do, like, tier lists and stuff like that. It's just, like, a human nature thing. Like, people love seeing these things ranked against each other. It's not a Dokkan community thing, right? Like, I remember I used to do, like, kind of like start of year tier lists or something like that is what I would do. It's like every year at the start of the year before anniversary, right? Like, I was, top 10 super AGL units and stuff like that. And then eventually, I think it was with the release of the Golden Week characters, I just started to do a tier list with every release and keep, like, a running, like, kind of like tally, like, of all these releases, right? They serve no real value. That's true, but people love looking at them. People love talking about them, right? Like, but again, it's not just in Dokkan. No value outside of childish arguments and petty attention-seeking behavior. Okay, but you're talking about the entirety of, like, the human race, pretty much, buddy. Like, there, like, every, you know, there's GTA tier lists, you know, Call of Duty best guns tier lists. Like, you're not going to just drop your ass in the Dokkan community and say, oh my god, this is such a Dokkan problem, right? Like, it's, you know, you get what I'm saying. Not every release in the game has to be top 5. Sure. Units can have one purpose to be absolute gods in a certain event to help clear it, while the other top 5 units contribute immense value elsewhere. Sure. Broly is a perfect example of this. Judging by the date, I'm gonna assume we're talking about Wrath Broly. I mean, I think he's pretty good. And he has a role, which is to dominate the fuck out of festival battles, and he succeeds in that role. GDC gave us insane units built for short content. Yeah, Gogeta, Omega. I mean, the Blues and Rose, they're good in, like, super long fights as well, but who complete the anniversary team? Wait, what? GDC gave us insane units built for short content who complete the anniversary team? One thing I'll say with Neza, it might just, maybe it's just, like, me at this moment right now, but I feel like I don't, I'm kind of, like, some of these, like, sentences I feel like I'm getting, like, lost on, right? Like, maybe English isn't his second language. He's got a baiter in his, that sounds kind of silly, right? That does sound kind of silly. Okay. Okay. Why do people still complain about unit performance for other units and events they're not built for? I mean, yeah, I mean, that's just what the community, like, I don't know, a character, okay, let's see. Not built for in the first place. Broly's festival killer. Broly is a festival killer, undeniably one. Well, I mean, Tech Vegito is, it's hard to, Broly's up there. He's close, but Tech Vegito's active is still. No release has ever come close to what he does in there. Well, okay, because, like, we could pop a bunch of items, and you could, like, speed run it with Broly, which you can't do with Vegito, right? Dokkan has spoiled us rotten with their generosity. Okay, listen, I would say I think Dokkan has done a good job, giving out the free anniversary unit and stuff like that. I mean, we are still playing a gacha game. I would not quite agree, brother, that they've spoiled us rotten. I can't get there with a gacha game, but I do think Dokkan has done a good job with the tickets, the seriously serious tickets, Dokkan Day, the free unit during 10th anniversary. I would say they have done a good job. I mean, they could always do more. But it's, when speaking of a gacha, it's tough to say spoiled us rotten. But I see your point of thinking though, because they have been crazy with the free summons and free units and stuff like that. Dokkan having a dry period now is a good thing, because it's pretty clear Bandai wants people to spend time towards Genshin as well. No, that would have nothing to do with it. No, that's got nothing to do with it. Like, it's completely different teams working on this. That's not why. Helps give us some time off from the game to avoid burnout, which is a very, very real thing. Yeah, I mean, that is true. People do act like stepping away from the game for a bit, or deciding to never come back, or coming back after a while, coming back after a little bit. Like, it's all good. It's healthy breaks. I try, like, you guys know, I'm the Dokkan guy, but I'm never the Dokkan guy who's like, no, you must play the game. No, you can't leave. Like, no, spend all your money. Like, I'm like, bro, like, play the game if you want to play. If you have fun, play it. If you don't have fun, don't play it, right? Like, it's that simple. That's where I'm at with Dokkan. And it's like, we're going in on 11 years. Like, you're not going to play this game all day, every year, or all day, every day, like, year after year after year after year after year, and everything is still, like, fresh, still super good. Like, people are going to experience burnout. It's going to happen. Unless you're a complete psychopath like me, who really, really likes the game. But miss the vibe of old Dokkan players. Creators would be excited at things, be a lot more interested and reactive to unit performance. When it should be 80 million, now it's just, oh, okay, 80 million double digits. Okay, good, that's the video. Looks at you, Mr. Gigantic Content. Okay, so he's talking to me. Wait, but I don't, like, I don't know. Like, he's, like, it's just, like, the game progresses. Like, this, okay, it's a little, like, is he asking me to be fake? Like, bro, like, I mean, I'm looking at this. He is talking about performance of characters in game, but, like, my mind immediately goes to, like, summons. Like, it's like, these days, I feel like, it's like I'm getting ass blasted in summons. And then, like, 50 minutes in, I'll get, like, a Goku Black Rift, and I'll have, like, no reaction whatsoever. And it's just like, yeah, like, dude, like, I'm getting fucked in summons, like, always. Let's just get it over with. Like that's where my mind drops with this. Because, like, read this. When it should be 80 million, now it's just, oh, okay, 80 million. Double digits, okay, good. That's the video. Like, what? I'm a little lost here. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what are you referring to, man? I'm lost. Oh my god, I see that. Okay, we're turning into an attack thread, dude. This guy turned into an attack helicopter on me. Friend system is fine as it is. No, shut up. Shut the fuck up. I can't. Stop. Look in the mirror, dude. What are you talking about? This is the type of stupid shit. You out of your mind, brother. The friend system is not fucking fine as it is. Stop it. Be ashamed of this stupidity right here. The friend system is fine as it is. No, the fuck it's not. Dude, literally, there's talk a lot of, hey, you know what character I'd like to fucking use? Tao. Guess what character I can't use because he's not on the friends list? You have no idea what you're talking about, saying the friend system is fine as it is. No. Many teams literally cannot be run. The system is not fine as it is. One thing that changed allow you to permanently have leaders for all the categories you use and clear the stage 300 times. 300 fucking times? What? You out of your mind? Is this the single worst take we've ever seen in any of these videos? Even Deku. This is crazy. Dude, this is crazy. He said, first, he says the friend system is fine. And then he says, clear the stage 300 fucking times. With what friend, dude? That's the point. There's no friends. This was crazy. The friend system is fine as it is. No, the fuck it's not. I went to the community fest. I was touched down there with players, big time players, like all these guys who are coming up to me. They're like, look how many link level units I have. Look at my power level. These were all like experienced, like veterans too. Like this guy Neza, who is a long time player. I'm not like, I mean, a lot of them, like, you know, they liked me. They knew who I was. So like, you know, when I'm saying the friend system needs to be fixed, friend system needs to be fixed, maybe they're taking after me. I don't want to say it's impossible, but they're all saying to them, like, you know, it, like, I sat in a meeting. Me, Ken, Amatsu, Geppy, and, you know, like 10, well, whatever. And, like, Ken laughs. He laughed and said, we've heard, like, about, like, they laughed. They heard it so much. This is crazy. I want to end the video after this. The friend system is fine. That's, like, it feels like you're just trying to go against the grain right there, right? Like, that's, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, like some super hot shit. Like, something that's just fucking good. And you're just like, well, no, actually, it's not that good. Like, that, like, I understand we're talking about something that's really bad, and everyone's like, it's really bad. And you're going, well, actually, it's not really that bad. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. More towards the truth ET. Okay. Dodge does not equal skill. Now, I've made a lot of very obvious tongue-in-cheek references. Like, I feel like I've literally said, like, you know, oh, yeah. Like, we've won off of a dodge. And I'm like, yeah, guys, you know, when you're just skilled like me. I think that this guy Neza, like, English is just definitely not his, like, I get it. I feel like English is not his first language. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Like, I'm not trying to be rude here. But I think he might be taking times I've, like, very obviously, like, sarcastically tongue-in-cheek said stuff like that, and he's taken me to be serious. Because, like, I can, like, when he's saying this, I can think of things I've said, but, like, I don't, like, it's, like, that's where I guess face cam would come in handy, because I could, you know, wink at the camera or something, right? Clowning on people for, no, bullshit. Okay, see, stop. Okay, now, okay. People get very sensitive and salty about these friend units, man. They get so fucking salty. Oh my god. Listen, okay. At a certain point, I'm allowed to be respected fucking too. Okay. I drop a lot of money on Rainbow and these characters. And, I mean, you know, it's not fun to then have to use really fucking dog shit versions that get me fucking killed. Right? Like, the friend units die repeatedly. And if I say anything about it, people get very fucking sensitive, right? Like, sorry. I'm just not interested in even using friend units at all. I don't want to use other people's units. I don't. For other people's units who will lose more often. I'm not here to have my time wasted from people who are just, like, you know, doing wrong. But, like, I just don't have an interest in that right now. While simultaneously telling them to play the game, how they enjoy it doesn't really go hand in hand. Sure, exactly. But that's why I don't even want to use other people's friend units. Exactly the point. I have asked for them to do a mirror friend lead, okay? You use friend points, create a copy of your unit, boom. That keeps the current system in place while allowing you to bypass it using currency you would have to get from interacting with the friend system anyway, right? It is a good solution. My major audience is the global player base, okay? Promise you have seen 7 out of 10 Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas have add plus dodge as their hypo builds with 0 crits. I mean, yeah, it's what you'd want. Like, what are people supposed to do? Are they going to fill this fucker up with crit? When he's got crit right there, he has guaranteed crit right here, 7 hits, and then he has guaranteed crits there, and he has fucking guaranteed crits on his active. Like, I mean, yeah, certainly I have something to do with dodge being as prevalent as it is. But, I mean, you look at these GDC fights, I mean, you don't have a ton of options besides dodging, dude. Straight up, right? But, like, yeah, like, what are people going to run fucking full crit Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas, man? Like, again, he has crit everywhere in his kit. Dodge works for you more commonly because I do maybe 20 runs a week, whereas a normal run does. Okay, like, see, I'm out, man. I'm out. I don't really give a fuck about that. Neza, I don't give 2 fucks about that. Sorry, buddy. I'm going into the event, and I'm trying to use characters that will help me win, okay? Like, it's what I'm doing. Like, if I'm going into, I don't know, some video, what's a character? I guess Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a character who I'd really prefer, would have, like, a strong defensive build, strong dodge build, right? Like, we're going to be doing probably a lot of character showcases with this guy's team. Like, if I'm, you know, doing a showcase on AGL Kid Gohan, I'm not interested in the friend Daima Goku having some fucking dog shit build and getting slaughtered, okay? Like, the focal point of the video, I'm not trying to spend my time watching friend units get pigged out. And the argument is, well, the casual player, that's fine, but I don't want to use the casual player's units, okay? Like, we get it? Like, I am kind of like what he's saying, like, I'm, you know, like a super, like, top 1% obsessive player, plays nonstop and stuff like that. Exactly. That's why I don't want to be held back by shitty friend units. I'm sorry, I don't. And there's no, what are you going to tell me? No, you should be forced to use units that are not as good. Like, what are you talking about? Dodge doesn't really have a lot of value. I mean, dodge, where you could take a lot of value from dodge would be like if a player is like using a lot of items. But here's the thing, I tell players to use items all the time. They should revamp the Hero Extermination events along with the Hercules Any stage. Oh yeah, for sure. The Hero Extermination events are brutal with the drop rates and medals. Absolutely, yes. And the Hercules Any stage, they can upgrade it a little bit. Yeah. Why is an event that has 1 purpose rep and Zenny have 3 and 2 as the number available to move spaces? It's a good point. They should revamp it similarly to the potential orb event. Yes. I mean, yes. This is correct. Encouraging item usage to beat modern events, one of the best things Dokkan has tried to do. What is the encouraging item use? Like, how did they encourage that? Break this invisible, self-imposed chokehold community as I'm beating every event without items. I mean, yeah, that's probably something else that comes from me. But again, people are going to get so fucking pissy with me. But I tell people all the time to use items. And all the time to use support memories. I'm doing things my way. But people don't need to be forced to do things their way. Or people don't need to be forced to do things my way. Right? Like, I do things my way. But people don't feel the need to be forced to do things my way as well. Right? So, yeah. Not every event has to be beaten second one. Only a month ago did I beat the Battle Hard and Formidable Foes event. Okay. Saying, oh, people won't be patient isn't a valid point. Their fault for doing singles on monthly banners and burning out their stones. So he's saying, like summoning for every character, and then like like an event mission will come out, and then they won't have the like a leader for the mission or something like that. I do think doing singles, like every time you get 5 stones, is the worst way to play this game for sure. It really will hold you back from being able to pull like a lot of stuff. I do agree with that for sure. LR Omega is the best unit in the game. purely on the basis of how easy the player base has access to the best version of his team. Well, the best version of his team includes another one of the summonable LRs from the GDC. Banner unit, super easy, eh? He's a little bit mixed. He's talking about Sin, but that's just a regular easy, eh? Because ban units, up to right now, no ban. The only reason I'm like nitpicking over the wording here is because, up to this point, nothing besides LRs and Dokkan Fests have gotten super easy A's. And moving forward, I'm still under the assumption that those are the only things that could get super easy A's until like a ban unit does super easy A, right? Like, does that make sense? Redstone super easy A. This must be Omega. Free to play LR. Nova. Battlefield LR is Legion of Shadow Dragon. Final unit being SCR Rose. Has to be the easiest #1 team ever. I mean, it's up there. And I think LR Omega argument as best unit in the game is not without merit. It's not like it's like... it's not stupid to say LR Omega is the best unit in the game. I think is a good way to say it. For me, I have to go with the Blues because their dominance across every event, across the entire game, with really no weaknesses. Like, you could say, oh, but a dodge canceling boss, but then they could do the Vegito Blue active skill to break dodge canceling. Like, they're really crazy. Bosses should always be capable of killing every unit in the game. Nope, stop. Wrong. Fuck no. Sorry, buddy. Another one I'm gonna lash out at you. No way. I think GDC power creep is not good. To me, GDC power creep is the #1 issue of 2025 Dokkan. I made a tweet. It's funny. I was just looking at a tweet. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. Right here. Right here. Right here. I think this last line. They will create an environment that will just simply be unfair and unfun for a lot of players. Boom. That's my argument. The GDC power creep, blowing Omega, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Rose, the Blues, like, there's no unit who's just, like, always invincible. Like, every unit is just one slight, like, turn away from being blown into hell. I think they went too far with power creep. Too far. Because what ends up happening is when you just take no damage from the boss, breeze through the stages, they'll kind of release new units who end everything, which doesn't really make sense. I mean, it's just, we're in like a never-ending hamster wheel of they create really difficult fights, and then they drop really busted units who cream pie the fights, and then it's just the same thing over and over, which is another reason why I tell people, don't be scared to take breaks, because there is no end to the hamster wheel we're on with, like, Dokkan. Like, we're just eternally, until we hit end of service, we're just like a hamster running on that wheel, right? Oh, now we're using EGL, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and Omega. And then in a year, they're going to be fish food, right? And we're going to be on to the next hotness. And it's just going to go like that forever. And that's how that's going to go. Support memory is the most underrated thing in the game. I agree. A lot of people just don't understand how good they are. I totally agree with that. So impactful that when not active, you could actually very clearly tell the difference. Yes, yes. Support memories are really powerful. Don't be scared to use them. How I'd solve the friend system update. Every category has a title for 300 uses. Use that as leverage to get you a guaranteed leader for the units that lead those categories. No, I'm sorry, buddy. I think this is ridiculously stupid. How about I spent $2,000 to get the unit. I could just use a fucking unit without fucking bullshit. How about that? Like, I'm sorry. Like, maybe people will take that the wrong way. I don't care. How about I got the unit and I could just fucking use the unit. How about that? What if we just do that? Is that okay? I hate this idea. Hate it. I'm sorry. 300 times. Do you think my beloved angel Iron Cane, I wish, like, it's 6:44 a.m., so, like, he's not, like, I wish I could call him right now. Iron Cane, do you like this kid's idea of use the fucking cat? Iron Cane, use baby 300 times, and then you're going to be able to get a baby leader on the friends list. Do you like that idea, Iron? Let me ask him. I wonder what he'll say. Every time someone on your friends list uses your leaders, you get friend points you could use to now duplicate friend. What the fuck? Yeah, the idea I've been pushing. Now we're jumping into that? What? Oh, duplicate friend leads. No, fuck that. No, wait. No, fuck that. Duplicating your own lead kills the entire concept of having a friend system. Guess who doesn't give a shit? Me. I don't want to use people's units, okay? I would much rather just avoid the system entirely. But that's the whole point of using friend points to do it, right? Because in order to use friend points, you would, usually, like, every time you clear a stage, you are going to get some if you're using, like, actual friend units and not, like, the dev friend or the bot friend or the shadow friend. You don't get friend points for using them, right? And you get friend points if people use your character. Like, it's like you're still interacting with the friend system a lot, picking up friend points. So it's like this would then allow players to be able to avoid the friend system. Yeah, no, I don't want to duplicate shitty friend units that fucking suck, man. I'm sorry, I don't want to do that. No item runs are the other dumb thing the community shows them to obsess over. Okay, here we go. We're like tripling back on the same thing. Thing with no item runs with me is it's pretty simple. It's just seeing how good the characters are, right? Without like a ton of extra like outside like like external forces. Items kind of like would take away any, like, all units are pretty much like without weakness once you drop in items, right? If anything, I would say like offensive glass cannons, they're the type of characters that would benefit the most from items because, you could easily, you could get 100% damage reduction, or a ghost usher just from an item. But, you're not going to be able to really build up, like, the guaranteed crits and huge damage a character would have just from items, right? But, I like to get a like, read on characters, like, how good they are without, support items, support memories, all that stuff. Truth wants it because he wants to have everyone done by himself. Zero dependence on anything else. He's close. He's saying I want everything done by myself with zero dependence on anything else. I mean, I guess that's definitely true for my mindset on some of the friend unit stuff for sure. Everyone has developed this mindset of use items equals you're a pussy. Well, you know what's funny is people develop that mindset, but it was never fucking said by me. Iron Cane says that, but I don't. And I did not instill that in Iron Cane either. I never did. So, I tell people to use items all the time. Tell people to use support memories all the time. More releases should be locked behind niche categories. Dude, what is this kid on? Niche categories? The clone team, Super EZA, Goten, and Trunks. I don't know. Youth is not that niche, though, is it? Even the clone team, like Super Bosses, is not. I don't know that I would call it a niche category. I would like storied figures, revenge, rapid growth. Those are the ones that would come to mind for niche categories for me. This is how they get players to forcefully stop using the same batch of units. Well, the way they do that is just with mission-based content, which they already do. They're already doing that. Mission-based content. That's how they do that, and it's what they do. EZA LR Super 17's very well-designed unit. Yeah, he's pretty good. More of him, please. Okay. Yellow Coin LR EZA should always be looked at as a 4th or 5th option on your teams. Not always. I mean, they could be better than that. I think sometimes this guy, it seems like this guy kind of like, here's a point I'll make, and then he kind of like either remixes it or I think interprets it wrong. I think a lot of this thread is just maybe points I've made that are interpreted badly, I think. It's kind of what I'm thinking here. Easy A's are definitely usually, they're not intended to be the best character on the team, except for the Anniversary Dokkan Fest Easy A's, right? Those characters are like on that level. But they're meant to supplement the new release, right? I mean, saying fourth or fifth option is maybe a little harsh, but anybody who looks at every release expect them to be the anchor by default is approaching with the wrong mindset. I mean, that is true to an extent, yes. Because they're not, like, people have just expectations for Easy A characters that are not going to be hit. Previous, yeah, oh yeah, 100%, yes. Dude, look at this downgrade. What, dude? I did not tell them this. Look how much better this is, man. It's so much better. I don't know. They really didn't realize that this was not as good. That shit looks so much better, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, jeez. Please go back to the old team screen. That's so much better. Yeah, god damn, this kid has got a lot here. Jesus, because he kept adding to it. That's why. Chilai's at the table for top 5 best design units. I do love Chilai because they didn't try and make her just do everything. Well, I mean, she does, but she doesn't do damage. Like, a lot of characters, like, there's a lot of characters where it's like, if you take a little bit of their damage and put it into their defense, they'd be, like, way better. Such a common thing. Beast is an undeniable 1, but she's definitely competing for 2 or below. For top 5 best design units, I need to think about it some more. I do love Chilai's design, though. What? Dude, aren't you just... What? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're quadrupling down on the same point. Dodge is the single most important ability in the game. It could absolutely be the reason between winning and losing a fight. However, clowning on people and calling them wrong for not going down the path makes you a selfish person. I don't give a fuck, Neza. I don't give a fuck. Again, bro. I don't know how else to say it, but like, after I have to summon and do all this shit to get all these characters ready to go, I don't want to use people's shitty fucking units. Like, I don't, like, what is the issue with that? I don't, let them enjoy the game however they want to. They can go enjoy the game however they want to. That's fine. That's what I tell people to do. But me enjoying the game how I fucking want is not losing because of people's terrible units. Like, you're saying everyone else is allowed to enjoy the game however they want, but I'm not allowed to enjoy the game however you want. Like, did you maybe consider that, Neza? Maybe I can be allowed to enjoy it however I want to as well? Huh. Funny how that works. Year 7 LRs are Dokkan. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I like the sentiment there. Nothing has more, this is why I love Dokkan, than what they do. Perfect animations, OSTs, leader skills, character choices, everything. Yeah, I'm with it. Game is designed to make you desperately feel fear of missing out. I mean, yeah, that's every gacha. Yeah, that's, yes. Yep. Power creeps intentionally aggressive, make you feel lack. Yeah. This is all true. It's all true. Complaining about banners is point. What? It's a gacha game. Only goal is to make money. Expecting them to put every top tier unit. Have 50 featured units? Is this kid... You're not referring to the... Is this kid referring to the fucking memorial stones? You better not be defending that. Is that what he's doing? Is he talking about banners? Because talking about 50 featured units makes me think he's referring to the memorial stones, right? Value of a banner is subjective to your box. Okay. What? This is not true. What? There's no way this is not true. Tau is the hardest hitting TUR in the game's history. It's definitely not fucking true. They did a great job with Tau's kit. Like, since day one, they did a great job with Tau. Taking a character who's not very popular and making them super busted. They did it with Ginyu. They did it with Videl. They did a good job with Tao. Hope they changed Dokkan mode. Name of the game is literally Dokkan. It's the only thing that remains untouched since the game started. Yeah, making Dokkan mode better would definitely be good. Ghost Usher the next turn after you do the Dokkan mode. It's interesting. So you could feel the impact of it. Okay. Why do we have conversations playing after every stage on Dokkan and story events? If you've turned scenarios off. Okay. Okay, I mean, if you've turned scenarios off, sure, I guess. I was like, dude, like, what? Are we just not allowed to have fun? Like, what? Maybe some of us enjoy the story and the conversations and shit, man. Bro, chill. Tech Ultimate Gohan's lack of key links was the best thing that happened to him? Bro, I don't want to, like, force players to stop autopiloting and think about orb management and team composition. This guy Neza baffles me, man. I am baffled by some of these takes. Every unit's just a reskin. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. 11 years in. I actually do think at this point it would be, I mean, that's their job to create these units and make them feel like fun and fresh and stuff like that. But I mean, as power creep gets bigger and the characters get bigger, all the way through, like, yeah, now it's units are gonna start feeling very samey. Yeah. You don't hate the meta. You hate you could not pull the units and are struggling to beat the events. No, actually, I think the power creep is too much, and I don't struggle to beat the events. I could just, you know, bring like an A tier team and we'll beat it over and over and over and over and over again. And I mean, yeah, I guess I do hate how hard it is for me to pull the units every single fucking time, though. That's true. If you had the new, dude, this guy is like very tunnel visioned on certain things, right? Like, you're continuing to bring up the no item thing when, I mean, I tell people to use items, so like it's damn. Community is a collective hive mind of contradiction. We demand constant, challenging new content, then immediately complain that it's too hard. That is true for the most part. Like, this does happen. I agree. But I still think, I maintain, GDC went too far. Demand it be nerfed second we can be with team-year-old units. Like, bro, come on, man. I mean, this does happen, so. They have the single best active skill effect in the game? No. Okay. When you think of when they're released. When we adjust for inflation. Okay. Okay. It's pretty good, yeah. Modern units have those buffs. They are a victim of unit being released way before their time. They're also a character that just doesn't really... Like, they're not on... Like, it's Tapian and Minosha. They're not on, like, a ton of teams and stuff, right? Which is a huge thing that hurts them, for sure. Well, it did. People talk about the year 7s on release as if they were the LR Blues. 7 years got ass pounded while the LR Blues were great. Yeah, well, okay. This is true, actually. Like, this character right here was much stronger defensively than these two were when they first came out. Oh, and we've reached the end. What? This guy hates me. I strongly feel that Truth's content has ruined Dokkan for the worse. I love him to death and consume his content like air, but his viewers have adopted his thought process of units who don't take double digits are just bad, which is absolutely not true. I think some of this... Well, yeah, okay. I've talked about this before, right? Where it's like... So he's not really talking about, like, me, but he's talking about, like, the people who would then just, like, kind of, like, recite things I say. Which, again, I've referred to this before, where, like, that's why the Reddit hated me so bad, is because, like, I would get brought up as people's evidence, and then they'd argue against other people who don't like me, and it just becomes a huge war, and, like, you know, the Reddit mods didn't want any part of it, right? Like, all that type of shit, right? But, like, I mean, I'm not seeing these people so much. Thing people gotta understand, I mean, we pull up a lot of these videos, and it's just people talking shit to me. And I mean, we could go on Twitter notifications, and it's just people talking shit to me. Like, I don't, like, I feel like someone like this, like, just can't grasp it, but, like, I'm not, like, opening up the comment section, and it's like, oh my god, truth, oh, so good. Like, I don't, what's a video we could pull up? Let's just look at this hot take. Let's look at the comments in here. I should try and do this. In Namek Vegeta caught a stray. Through the commentary channel. Yeah, okay. See, like most of these is like, see, this is I don't know how to word it. Like, it's like a dig at me. Like, I'm not, like, crying about it, upset about it, or, like, it's just, like, but it's not, like, this isn't someone here, like, sucking on my balls. Hydra Dominatus XX is not sucking on my ball sack with this, right? Most of these comments in here, it's not, well, I'm the type of guy who likes everything people and pretend like they are the problem. Am I? Is that true? I don't know. But you see what I'm talking about, right? Like, you're not going in here and it's like, oh my god, it's just a fucking dick-sucking fest for me. That's not what happens, man. So, I don't know. Like this is just, people don't, it's hard to say. Because there's one comment I remember where someone was like, he doesn't even check them. Check who? Because I go to my comments, bro, check who? The people who are mad at me, man? Like, bro. Craziness. And it's just like, I'm just gonna give you the takes on the units, man. I'm gonna tell you what it's like. This guy Neza, this was an odd one. This is an odd one for sure. Neza has maybe the single worst take I've seen, though. That the friend system shouldn't be changed. And this friend unit shit, dude, like, no, I'd much rather never have to use a friend unit, man. For sure. Well, this definitely qualifies as a good one, though. That's for sure. This counts as a good one for sure. All right. Let me know what you guys think, man. I'm sure we'll have tons of ball-sucking comments for me under this video. No, actually, that's not what's going to happen, Neza. Okay? That's not what's going to happen at all, bud. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow for our daily hot takes.